It's a slow drift into idolatry. It usually isn't a sudden event or a major life circumstance. Most of us don't wake up thinking, I can't wait to covet today, or I'm going to make sure that I take a few minutes today to stop and be ungrateful for what God has specifically and intentionally given to me. Maybe for you, it's your house. Every day when you drive out of your neighborhood, you pass that one house that's clearly bigger and better than yours, and you think, if I could just have that. Or maybe it's a big vacation. You feel like you're constantly seeing pictures of old friends going on extravagant vacations with their families to other countries. You can't help but notice how thrilled, rested, and stress-free and successful they look. Something inside you burns with jealousy and craves what they have. Or maybe it's your reputation. You say to your friends that you don't care about social media and pop culture, but deep down you often imagine what it would feel like to have millions of followers on social media, the influence that you would have, the affirmation that you would feel, the way that you would walk into a room and in your heart maybe even feel more important than anybody else there. You crave that fantasy. Jesus said, "Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh, the desires of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away, along with its desires. But whoever does the will of God abides forever." That's 1 John 2. Also, Matthew 6 says, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroy. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." I think it's so interesting because Jesus doesn't say, you'd probably find that you're a little happier if you don't store up treasures on earth. He also doesn't say, you might experience some emptiness on bad days if you love the world and the things in the world. Jesus is way more black and white than most of us are probably comfortable to admit. He says, do not. That's a command. Like, God said that. Or to put it differently, don't even dabble with this. What are we supposed to do with that? Honestly, for me, I'm still figuring that out, and I'm praying about that. And I just encourage you to join me and do the same. If you haven't already clicked out of this video because of discomfort in thinking about these things, thanks for sticking around. But all I can say is that there's one line in the song that I just released with John Long that just completely arrested me as I sang it. And I found it so difficult to just sing it from a clear conscience and a genuine heart. It says, "I would rather lose my life than gain the world because Jesus is better." I wonder how many of us could really, truly, genuinely say those words with a clear conscience. I certainly want to. And I'm praying that God would make that true in me. Jesus is better. The world is a deceiver that leaves us starving. Jesus is our strong defender. The world is a castle on sinking sand, but Jesus is our high tower. There's no platform, no treasure, no power, no pleasure, no praises, and no legacy, just Jesus. No might, no name, no followers, no fame, no trophy, no accolade. Jesus is better. This song was birthed out of many late night prayers of confession and repentance. And I hope it just helps you join in to do the same and take hold of the treasure that Jesus offers to us instead.